Today I'll show you how to field strip an SKS rifle. So this is a rifle made in the former Soviet Union, but the principle will be the same if it's Chinese or Korean or Eastern European. So the first step, as always, is to make sure the firearm is unloaded. For this, we're going to rack the slide, and it has a last round bolt hold open. We can now check the chamber, check the magazine, check the bolt face. We now know it's an unloaded firearm. And now to put the bolt into its forward position, due to the hold open, we need to release this tab here, pull it backwards, so this opens the magazine, and now if we rack the slide, the bolt will go forward. Now we know it's unloaded, pointing into a safe direction, pull the trigger, so we don't need the hammer to be cut for further disassembly. The next step is going to be to remove the dust cover. For this, we're going to rotate this lever 90 degrees upwards, and we want to just hold the dust cover ever so slightly for this. And now we're going to lift this pin, which is attached to the lever, upwards, and this will release the dust cover. And as you can see, it slightly jumped into this direction. This is due to the recoil spring, which is compressed ever so slightly on the dust cover, so that's why you want to put your hand there. So now we're going to remove the recoil spring, the dust cover, and the next step is to remove the bolt. For this, we're just going to pull it backward until it jumps out of the rail. And we can remove the bolt. It's a tilting bolt, so there's two basic parts. You just take them apart as so. And now we're going to remove or disassemble the gas system. For this, we're going to lift this lever upwards. And it has a little machined groove, so just rotate it up until it's at the most upper point of this groove, and now you will be able to remove the gas tube slash upper handguard. For this, you're gonna do like a motion where you pull the part that is closer to the sides upwards as it's hooked on the gas port here. So you're just gonna do this, and if you tilt it, the piston will come out of the gas tube slash upper handguard. So the next and final step of the disassembly is to remove the last part of the gas system, and for this you're going to grab your thumb, put it on the hole here, and what you're going to do is keep rotating this lever, and as you can see, this releases this part of the gas system, and that's all there is to disassembly. So now when it comes to cleaning, first you will want to clean your barrel, so use the included cleaning kit if you still have it. It might be in the buttstock as with the later AK rifles, so you just push in here and the cleaning kit is stored in the buttstock. Also, same as with the AK rifles, the cleaning rod is stored in here, so you can remove that. In this case, with the bayonet, you will have to first open the bayonet to remove the rod. Or if you want to be a bit modern, use a bore snake, which is a bit easier. Clean the barrel. If you have an SKS with a muzzle device, obviously remove the muzzle device. Some of the Eastern European ones have muzzle devices. Be sure to clean the threads on the barrel if you have a threaded barrel. And then you will guide your attention to the bolt. So you want to clean the bolt face, clean the bolt itself, make sure it has a free floating firing pin. So if you shake it, you should see the bolt, the firing pin moving inside of the bolt. So if it's still moving, it's fine, it doesn't need more attention. Just give it a good scrub, and that's it for the bolt. Here, when it comes to lubrication, just add some lubrication on the rail. That's where the bolt goes back and forth to keep the action nice and smooth. And that's all there is to it for basic cleaning. If you want, you can clean the gas piston, just wipe it with some cleaning solvent, and that's good. So when it comes to reassembly, we're going to start again with the gas system. So this is how it kind of works. we have the gas coming through the gas port, hitting this piston. This hits on the extension here, which is spring loaded, so it just detents or compresses the spring, which then comes out of this little hole, hits the bolt, which triggers the whole action to cycle. So first we're going to add this extended part of the gas piston, and you can use your fingers, but it's easier to just take the gas piston. You're just going to push the whole thing until it completely vanishes in its hole, and now you're going to lock it in place with the lever, as so. Now it's not coming out anymore. Grab your gas tube, insert the piston, and you're going to hook it on the gas port here first. Then you align it, and here you need to make sure that the gas piston isn't showing, so make sure it's completely seated, otherwise you won't be able to reinstall it. Hook it on the gas port, align it in its groove here, give it a small tap. Now it's completely seated, and you can lock it in place by rotating this lever to the downward position. Now we're going to put back together the bolt, as so. Put it in the rail, and as we have a bolt hold open, we'll need to open the magazine again, otherwise we won't be able to push the bolt any further. Just gonna flip this, put it into the rail, push it forward. There you go, so it completely closes. We can reinstall the magazine like so. We're gonna grab the recoil spring, and it has two ends, one with kind of a hole and one with a cap on it. So we're gonna use the cap part first and insert it into the bolt. And flip the rifle up. Now we're gonna grab the dust cover, and we're gonna align it nicely on both sides, like so. And what you'll have to do is this lever here, pull it out, otherwise you won't be able to fully push the dust cover forward. Push it with your thumb. Now you can reinsert this pin and lock it in place. So now we're going to do some basic function testing. For this, we're going to rack the slide, see that the bolt hold open works, open the magazine, pull the slide back again. Now we can see it would fly forward, close the mag, and since we now cocked the hammer, we're going to put the safety on to see if the safety still works. Why shouldn't it? But still, I cannot fire. Disengage the safety, pull the trigger, and we hear the hammer hitting the bolt or the firing pin. Everything's as expected. And this is how you field strip, reassemble, and clean your SKS rifle. Have fun.